Hey YouTube fragrance community, welcome to my niche top 20 list for winter 2014. I'm not even going to talk about how late I am on this video. You guys already know. This is almost a prep for winter 2015 for you guys. So maybe jot down some notes if you like. This is my top 20 fragrances that I've worn for winter. This is the first time that I really had all winter at home. Since my job has changed, I've been in Canada basically almost all winter. So I've been really delving into a lot of stuff that I've purchased lately. You're going to see a lot of newbies here, but a lot of old favorites too. I always go back to the old favorites. I believe we have 6 or 7 that were on last year's list, so we have a lot of new faces here on this list, but again, some mainstays. Let's get into it. Number 20, we have the House of Creed. You guys know me, Creed, usually when it comes for fall and winter, usually they bottom out. There's nothing really available that's amazing for fall and winter, in my personal opinion, for Creed. This one really never sniffed the top 20, I'll be completely honest. Never did in the past, 5-6 years that I've been doing YouTube. This year, a lot of you on FGN have known that I've put this as my scent of the day a few times. It is from the House of Creed, of course, Bois de Portugal. Maybe some of you are saying, Mark, you're getting old, man. Bois de Portugal is for older gentlemen. I don't know about that. This fragrance really hit me this year. I really never really appreciated Bois de Portugal until this year. I really like the blend of this fragrance. There's some woods, there's of course some citruses up top. It really did remind me of Patricia de Nicolai's New York. It has that kind of blend, that old school feel to it. It really had a good way to explain Bois de Portugal. It has a refined taste to it. It really does get better as I age. At number 20, Bois de Portugal, a good one from Creed. If you haven't sniffed it out, please do. Probably one of the only ones that's great for fall and winter too. At number 19, it's from the House of Amouage. Amouage always peppered in my top 20s for fall and winter for good reason. It's an excellent house. They have a lot of depth. They are very much complex. This one is actually my newest bottle to my Amouage stable, and this is Fate Man. Now, Fate Man, not the darkest of the Amouages. You know, you're looking at Interlude, Memoir, even Jubilation, Epic Man, and I can go on and on. Those are very dark fragrances. I wanted to give Fate a chance here this winter, and it really did good. It's complex, just as I would figured from a House of Amouage. Has good depth to it. Lots of cumin in here. Spices, again, a lot of people think it's a cumin bomb. I wouldn't go that far. It has a lot of cumin and it does have some spice to it. It's at the forefront of the introduction. You gotta let this one dry down on your skin. Not the heaviest of the Amouages, of course, but it works, I think, to me now that I've tested it quite a bit. I think it's almost an all year round scent for me. Maybe not in the heat of the summer, but it has its warming qualities. It's got a lot of heavy spice, some incense and some woods. Really a nice one from Amouage. I really like their older stuff, but I'm starting to get into their newer stuff. They're trying to get a little more, how can I say, versatile with their scents. They're really trying to get into that whole market of signature scent-worthy fragrances instead of loud bombs, but a good one from Amouage. At number 19. At number 18, it is from the House of Mejnabekali, and this is Fusion Sacrée. I believe this is its first time in one of my top 20s. This one, sniffing it right on the introduction. It's got a warming quality, but it really hits my sweet tooth quite a bit. It has tons of caramel. It has some booziness to it, and you guys know me. If you put caramel, that sweetness from the caramel, but it almost feels like it's not like a hardcore caramel, you know, those ones that you pop in your mouth. No, it's almost like a warming caramel with booze. It really reminds me of established cognac from Kriegler, that kind of feel. Really good. It's got some fresh notes. It's got some real dark notes, of course. The complexity is great on Fusion Sacrée. Really a good fragrance. At number 18. 17, we're going to go from the House of Armani Privé, and this is Bois d'Essence. I believe this is its first time in a list. Also, I really wanted to give it a chance this year. This one is True Mark DNA. If you guys know me, I love woods and incense. Definitely in the fall and winter. This one does not disappoint, woods and incense. It has a good kick of pepper in here. It's got some vetiver too. Reminds me a little bit of Avignon, you know, that churchy incense feel. Yeah, but it has a lot more complexity than Avignon. Really a great scent from Armani. It's basically, if you want to picture this, I know this is such a stigma, but a dark church in the middle of the woods, kind of like an open like church in the woods. Really it just reminds me of that. Armani Bois d'Essence, really a great one at 17. At number 16, this is a classic in our fragrance community. You guys know me, I love this one. Ever since I started my channel, I've been talking about this one. This is from the house of Andy Tower. It's been in and out of my top list. It didn't make it last year, it's making it this year just because I like to go back to the old classics. L'Arbre des Arts, Marocain, amber-based scent. You guys really know a lot about this one. Smoky, dark, great projection, longevity on this one. Really just a classic scent from Andy Tower. If you don't know this one, but you know about Andy Tower, I don't know, you're strange. L'Arbre des Arts Marocain is absolutely his gem, and at number 16, I've been wearing a lot of this stuff this year. Now, number 15, we have from the house of Kriegler. I already spoke about this one earlier in the video. This is the man when you're talking about cognac, caramel. This is Established Cognac, and this was the one that blew my socks off when I started smelling the house of Kriegler. When I heard about Established Cognac, cognac, caramel, yes, it's got that sweetness to it. Mostly cognac and apples. This is a blend for everybody that loves boozy scents like I do, that likes, you know, it's got the sweet tooth like the caramel, gourmandish feel to it. You like to mesh those two together. Really Established Cognac is that. Longevity and projection, really good on this one. Worth your money to go check out Kriegler Established Cognac. I know this one's a little harder to find, but definitely give it a try. At number 15, one of my best worn for winter. At 14, we got Javois Paris, Les Jeux sont faits. Now, Les Jeux sont faits, this fragrance right here, guys, very complex. Very dry, lots of spices here. There's cumin, there's tobacco, there's rum, there's woods. Let me dance. Best from the line? Yes. This one is absolute stunner. This is actually the first winter. You can see my bottles. It's got a dent in it. This is my very first real winter and fall with this fragrance that I really started delving into it. And I think it's actually its first time in a top 20 for me. Well deserved. Worn quite a bit. At number 14. 13, we're going to go from the house of Guerlain. Guerlain's got a couple in here. We got one that made it last year at number 11. Fell down a few spots, but stayed in the rotation. This is Derby, guys. Derby, an old school fragrance. Lots of leather in here. What's a leather-based scent? Green. It has some greenness to it, some spices, some florals. The complexity's bonkers on Derby. I wish I had a bottle from the 80s. But this will do, guys. This one is an absolute stunner at number 13. One of my best worn in winter. Let's take a look at number 12. Let's go Indie Sonoma Scent Studio, and this is Tabac Auria. And this fragrance, amber and tobacco based, okay? The amber is resinous. That makes me happy. Amber absolute resinous? Absolutely. Dark, dry tobacco, labdanum in here. It's got some depth to it. It's got a lot of sweetness too. I really think a lot of my tobacco and amber lovers would love this scent. I think Indie Scents carries this brand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's where I got this. Absolutely a great scent from Sonoma Scent Studio, an indie brand. At number 11, this guy, oh, have you fallen out of favor with me? No, it's still the king. At number 11, was last year at number 8. I'm just giving a chance to a lot more of my other scents. This is Juby, baby. Jubilation 25. Ooh, this little bottle is getting a pretty big dent in it. Juby, I love you. You're still the king of the Amouage house. Yes, there is no more Amouages in this top 20. I couldn't go without this winter. It's still almost like top 10 worthy for me. It's rich, it's complex. It's got a nice berry note at the top. Lots of spices, incense, woods, all that good stuff. Complexity, oh, amazing. The best from the Amouage house. The best. I gotta say, number 11. At number 10, talking about the best in house, this may be the best from the house. Maybe. It's from the house of Guerlain, and this is my favorite from the house, Tonka Imperial. Tonka Imperial, guys, the best tonka bean based fragrance on the market today. Ooh, probably. It shows a lot of facets of the tonka bean. Go check out my review on it. It's got like that gingerbread gourmand feel to it. One of the best Guerlains ever. I'm saying it. At number 11, number 10, sorry, top 10 dead or alive. Didn't make the list last year, but coming back with force this year at number 10. At number 9, from the House of Slumber House, the not really spoken about fragrance. I love that Slumber House is getting lots of love from the community. Good to hear. This is Rum or Rummy, R-U-M-E, Bay Leaves. This is, bay leaves. It's dark. It's got some spices. It really reminds me, you know what it really reminds me of? Like the dark Sergitans out there, you know, the really dark ones. This is what this reminds me of. It really has, I think when I first bought this, it really reminds me of a thick, syrupy, dark, spiced tea. It just reminds me of a melange of spices that are almost syrupy to a smell. Really an absolute gem. That one at number 9. I think it's first time in the top 20. Well deserved at number 9. Number 8, we're gonna go from the House of Montal. Montals have been having a hard time cracking my top 20s lately. This one is a newish bottle to my stable. Not new to this nose. I've been wanting this fragrance for a long time. I finally had a bottle. I think I bought it like last year in a split. This is Oud Cuir d'Arabie, and this is not for the faint of heart, boys. This is not for everybody. Why? Well, first is the leather. The leather in here is absolutely crazy. I know it says Oud Cuir d'Arabie, like the oud is supposed to be the mainstay. No way, baby. The leather in this is absolutely stunning. It has an animalistic touch, so a lot of people are going to stay away from it. For me, that just draws me. It's almost like a raw leather with some fur to it. Really nice scent. Very bold, and one of the better Montals out there that they have done. Really outstanding juice. At number 8, at number 7, a mainstay was number 7 last year. Gonna stick with number 7 this year, and this is Histoire de Parfums Abram. Again, you guys have heard me talk about this fragrance quite a bit. It's the best fragrance in the brand, bar none. I haven't smelled anything coming close to this. Again, I bought this in New York. I fell in love with it right away. Bought a bottle. Boom. Done. Amber-based scent with a good animalistic touch. Resinous amber in here. Some oud, some castoreum to give it some kick. It's got some soft iris too. Complexities up there. Great blend. And also lasts for ages on my skin. Amberum at number 7. At numero 6. Number 6 is from the House of Nasomato. Was number 4 last year. Number 6 this year. This is the little black bottle, Black Afghano. Ooh, best from the brand? Yes. Incense, woods, spices. It has this cannabis green dryness to it. It lasts all day. This is a 24-hour juice. It's green, it's dark, it's got a pinch of sweetness to it. Complexity is through the roof. This is the best stuff Nasomato has ever done. Don't let anybody else tell you anything else. Pardon? No. Absinthe? No. Hindu grass? No. Duro? No. Black Afghano? Yes. The best from the brand. Let's take a look at number 5. Top 5 dead or alive. Let's take a look at them. This is from the House of Sergitan. Sergitan has 2 bottles in this top 5. I'm giving Serge some love this year. At number 5, it is Fumity Turk. Ooh, a great tobacco-based scent, this one. And I love the prices of the Sergitan fragrances. They're not too expensive. Well, for niche, we'll say, okay? There's a pinch of honey in here. It's like a pipe tobacco at its best. Fumity Turk is a great scent. It is one of the bolder Sergitan fragrances, and it works so well in the fall and winter. At number 5, Fumity Turk. At number 4 is from the house of Roja Dove. Again, I'm not a huge Roja guy. You know, I only own 2 bottles. Amber Oud's right here. And this one, Creation E. Creation E got all the love this winter. I'm at number 4. It's all about the cognac. The boozy intro, it's so nice, I can't say no. It's a bit of spice, we got some florals in here. Tons of subtle notes. This is a subtle fragrance. Nothing really jumps out at you with this one. It keeps things interesting. The blend is outstanding, and this bottle, how can you say no to this bottle? Creation E, a good one. At number 4. Now, at number 3, we got the other Serge. Serge, come on out. Which one is it? Fiat Aiguille. Ooh, 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 ooh. This one? Oh yeah. Great pine needle note, guys. Very green, very woody. Complexity's there. It's dark. It's bold too. Not everybody's gonna like it. It's bold. I like that. It has that comfy wood cabin-like smell. Just picture yourself in a wood cabin in the middle of pine needle forest. Go. Fiat Aiguille, one of the better Serges, and one that hasn't been talked too much about the Fragcom, but it's getting its love, so good at number 3. I think it's his first time in a top 20 for me, and it went sky high at number 3. I wore quite a bit of that. At number 2 and at number 1. So we got a new number 1. First of all, Homme by Xerjoff, that bottle over there did not make my top 20 list. I decided, you know what? I got a lot of leather-based fragrances that I want to try out more and more. I got 2 leather-based fragrances. If you don't think I like leather, now you'll know. My 2 top ones are leather-based fragrances, and they got animalistic kicks. They're bold, they're complex, they last. Oh, longevity and projection, amazing in these 2. They're daring. So again, they're not for everybody. You're gonna hear a lot of oohs and ahs when I name these 2, because there's a lot of people that hate them both just because they are a little bold, daring, out there, a little different. But man, do they work on my skin, and man, do I love wearing these fragrances. They're not strangers in my top 20 list for winter. Last year they made it at number 13 and number 16 respectively. So they made the top 20 list. They're always in the rotation, never this high. So let's get into them. From the house of Christian Dior. The best thing Dior has ever released. Ooh, do I dare to say that? Leather oud, baby. Ooh, leather oud. Civet. Ooh, not everybody likes civet. Oh, that civet punch hits you with the oud. The leather. Again, mainly leather and civet here. The oud's kind of playing, you know, in the background here, but oh, the leather in this. Ooh, metallic cap. The leather in this. Guys, I can't say anymore. Number 2, it can be on number 1 on anybody's list, even mine. Leather oud, outstanding fragrance that I've worn. Now my new number 1, the fragrance that I've worn the most this past winter for 2014 in the niche game. It had to be bold. It had to be complex. It had to have some leather in it, and it has to have a little bit of an animalistic feel to it. Longevity, projection through the roof, as always. It has to be the best fragrance in that particular house. And this fragrance has always been a favorite of mine. I don't have a review on my channel yet on this fragrance. Working on it, as always. I'm always working on something. This one from the house of Bonadiorio. This fragrance, I've told you guys, Cuir. My number 1 winter fragrance for 2014. The leather in here, just as good or even better than the leather and leather oud from Christian Dior. The leather is smoky. The leather is good. The leather is very, very authentic. When I wear this, I feel like I'm wearing a leather jacket. Now, it's got some smoke to it. It has a good dose of castoreum too. It's really daring again. The blend's outstanding. The blend on this thing from minute 1 to minute, 1,000 is amazing. Longevity and projection through the roof. Oh, the leather. It's all about the leather this year. Leather oud, Cuir by Bonadiorio. These 2, I'm telling you right now, if your taste is like mine, you like something bold, different. You're starting to like animalistic, castoreum, civet in your fragrances. Animalistic notes go really freaking well with leather, and this is your main case in point right here. Some of the best from these brands, definitely. So my number one, Cria by Monadzi Audio. Get a sample of it. Go check it out. Tell me how much you stink. So there it is, guys. My top 20 for niche, winter 2014. Sorry about the lateness, but I hope it's some greatness for you. Let me know in the comments below. Am I wrong? Am I right? What do you think about my list? You know, I love hearing in the comments, hey, Mark, you wore so much Cria from Monadzi Audio. It's number one. Surprise, surprise, or it wasn't a surprise for you. A lot of different scents here, some that you should try out come winter 2015. So let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you for watching. And my designer heads, I'm coming for you next. My designer list, all the bottles are down here where you can't see, but I can see. My top 20 is right there for winter 2014 designer. It's next, baby. Let's go.